Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namo Mishtapadaya Krishna Preshta Gutale Srimate Jaya Pataka Swaminiti Namine Namacharya Padaya Nitakapavadaya Nigorakata Damadaya Nagarabhattami Mukam Karoti Vachalam Bangam Langayate Girimet Kripatamaham Mandeshi Gurum Dinadaranam Paramanandam Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Mishwar. So as usual, first let us offer our prayers, gratitude and thanks to His Divine Grace, Abhay Charanaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So in the yesterday's chapter, the 14th chapter, what did we learn? The most subtle qualities, or which is invisible to us, but which is influencing us. So the Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga, 3 modes of material nature. So the 3 modes is Satoguna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna. That is goodness, passion, and ignorance. And the race for prominence, always there is a race among the 3 gunas or the modes. It is only we, by our choice, we can allow it. Whichever the way, the path you give, that rises. So actually we go on the flow. Whoever is seeing the others, we just try to do that. But actually, we have to go based on our knowledge. The more the knowledge you have, you know how to lead your life, then you give the path for Sattva-guna. Automatically you start progressing in your life. Clear? Then actions in modes. We saw many things, actions in modes. The time, the eating style, then the sleeping, the reading books, work, many things we saw. So all the actions in the 3 modes. The pure life. Mam cha vicharena bhakti yogena sevate sa gunan samatittaitan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. Krishna says, only solution for all this is bhakti. Once you take up bhakti, you can very easily overcome rest. You can very easily, he says, very short time. At once, rather short time, at once you'll come to the platform of Brahman if you take devotional service. Clear? Yes. In this chapter, what are we going to see? Home or hotel, options, maintainer, and essence. See, to cultivate our or develop our consciousness, we need many good qualities. So I was saying many other qualities also. Today we'll speak something about Shravanam, the attentivity in hearing. So many times we request you all to turn on the videos. But what is the benefit in that? Definitely. Definitely there is a gulf of difference by turning on the videos and not owning it. Today we'll see a great personality just by attentively hearing what was the result of his life. I hope you know Ramanujacharya. I'll be saying some devotees' pastimes for this the rest of the days also. So that just to try to understand how the life of pure devotees, the relationship between their disciple and guru, how it was, all those things. So you know about Ramanujacharya. I've said that. And he had a disciple by name Kuratalvar. Very great disciple of Ramanujacharya, Kuratalvar. So before becoming a great devotee, he was an ordinary people like us. He was a ordinary human being, how we are now. Actually, he was a king, more engaging in the sense gratification. There were so many opportunities for him to engage more in the sense gratification. King means there's no limit for anything for him. That was the position of, his name was Qureshi. He was in the province of Kura. The Kura comes near something, Kerala, where Ananta Padmanabh temple is there, surrounding that place. So he was ruling all the kingdom, everything was fine. But every day he had pravachan of Ramayana, Mahabharata, Bhagavatam, all this. And he was absorbed in hearing that. He was absorbed. How much? So once what happened? So before going to this story, I should know how great soul is he? How much is surrendered to a spiritual master, and what is his real position like? So after a long time, when he has become a disciple now, Ramanujacharya want to write this Sri Bhashya. So there was no copy of such kind of Bhashya, the explanation for the Brahma Sutras. So there's only one copy which was in Kashmir. It is known as Bodhayana Granth, Bodhayana book it is. So there they went to collect it. So those people were envious. They said, no, we cannot give. It was a big story. And finally, ultimately, what happened, they spoke, had a request with the goddess Saraswati. And she also, in return, had said that it has to be given to Ramanacharya. But those people were envious and they burned that copy. And Ramanacharya was very much frustrated. What is this? Because of my selfish, because I wanted to write another commentary on this. So only one copy was there. So only one copy was there. Now that also has been lost. He was feeling very bad and was just crying for that. Then his disciple, Kurathalwari, came there. My dear spiritual master, once what happened before this, he had taken that Bodhayana and he wanted to read. And meanwhile, Kuratalwari took from behind. He was reading and he was having a conversation with those people to give this book for just for 3 days or 1 week, something like that. There was a conversation. So now that book has been burnt. And now Kuratalwari is saying, I've completely read that book. I could remember each and every word of that, each and every word of the verses. So he said, I can recite for you, my dear Guru Maharaj. So he recited it, and then Ramanujacharya wrote that verses and the commentary for that, that is known as Sri Bhashya. But what would happen if we had such kind of knowledge where we can ever remember everything? Do you think that we give to our spiritual master, rather we say, I'm a great personality. Even my Guru Maharaj doesn't know about this, but I know well. Isn't it? But selflessness makes us more developed in our consciousness. Okay. Now, here in the very beginning, I was hearing every day this Ramayana and Mahabharata, all those things. So once what happened, he was ready hearing the pravachan of Ramayana. In that pravachan person is saying, see, he's saying Ramayana, he came to that place where now Rama, Sita, all are vanished. They are in the forest, in the Panchavati there. And the Surpanaka has come and she has approach to Rama and Lakshmana has cut the nose and ears of Shurtmanaka, and she has gone and complained to her brothers Kara and Dushana. So from there, they are coming to attack Lord Ramachandra by 14,000 asuras, demons. 14,000 asuras are coming to attack this Rama and Lakshmana. Just he heard this. He was not able to tolerate. What is this? 14,000 army with asuras they are coming and just to attack Lord Ramachandra. So what are we doing? Being a king, what should I do here? I should go and protect the Lord now. So he made his army chief everyone to arrange for the this thing, for the battle, all the army, and they are going towards this Panchavati. When this pastime happened, this happened in Treta Yuga. In this Kali Yuga is going. So much involvement in that pastime. And finally, the minister was clever. He sent a person to Panchavati with the fastest horse. And that soldier came back from there and is conveyed to the king that no, Lord Ramachandra have killed all the 14,000 asuras. No need to go. He has been safe. So then he asked, are you really sure? Yes, I'm coming from Panchavati. Then the king agreed to it. See, in those days, they did not even say a lie. So he went to Panchavati. From there, he came and then said, yes, I'm coming from Panchavati. So you can say a lie also. Yes, I'm coming from there. So in a very short time, you can say. But those days, they had that kind of truthfulness. Okay, fine. Now, this minister says to this person, the person who is giving the discourse of this Ramayana, he says, nothing, this kind of incident should come in Ramayana. Only good things should be there. Always Pattabhishek of Lord Ramachandra or whatever it is, all it should be of good things. So what is happening now? Every day there is a celebration in the kingdom because he's hearing good things. Oh, the King Ramachandra has got this new good news. This thing has happened. Every day there was a celebration. So that person who was giving this class, he fell ill one day and he sent his son, you can go and give the class on Ramayana. So he came, but one thing he forgot what to tell there. So now we saw, okay, from so many days, my father is telling. So today it might be somewhere where Ravana is kidnapping Sita Devi, the most, what I can say, um, prominent incidents in Ramayana. Then he started from there. Now Ravana is come to kidnap Sita Devi, and has kidnapped and gone to Lanka. Just hearing this, once again he got up. The king, Qureshi, got up. He arranged his army, said, "Let us go and protect Mother Sita." Everyone started to go. And he's just near the seashore, he's just going into the sea. Who can stop him now? There at least somebody came and told that, said from the ocean, who can come now? So he's just entering the ocean. Nobody were there to help now. And see, orders of the king, everyone should follow. Everyone are just following him. The minister is seeing, everyone is seeing what to do now. The Lord himself, he came. Lord Ramachandra, he came and he said, "My dear son, we are safe. I have protected Mother Sita. You don't need to come." But here, Qureshi is not having faith in the Lord also. So you don't want to take my help. So you are saying Sita is safe. If that is the case, please show me Mother Sita also. Then the whole family, Mother Sita, Lakshmana, Bharata, Shatrughna, Hanuman, along with Lord Ramachandra, everyone gave darshan to this Quraysh. Why is this happening? Because of his attentive hearing. He was completely absorbed in that pastime, and even Lord loves such kind of devotees. So here, how important is hearing, and what way to hear? So completely getting absorbed into it. So we cannot go to that extent. At least we can somewhere hear and try to understand. Okay, today we'll go further. Today's topic is home or hotel, options, maintainer, and assets. The acronym is today home. That is home or hotel. Yes, that is home or hotel. What is this home or hotel? Our life. Whether are we staying in the hotel or home? When you think I'm in home. So what is the difference here? You go to a hotel, what happens there? You go and take a room, whichever the room you want to take. And finally, you see this room is not so convenient for you, comfortable. The color is not suitable to you. Do you do a painting there? Do you do it whitewash or coloring to that walls? No. This is an intelligent person doesn't do. For example, you're doing, and you don't have nice cupboards to keep the clothes. You just do the cupboard also. There's no AC in that room. You fix the AC also. You do all those things. Do you think that owner of that hotel will allow you permanently to be there? No. Some other day he will kick you out, isn't it? Yes, the same way. Here, how much ever the arrangements you do, how much ever big bungalow, big houses, how much ever you accumulate in your life, you will be kicked out from this body. Isn't it? Yamakinkaras, one day they come, then they'll just take you out of this body. You're not permanent here. So this is not the home to you. That's what Purandaradasa says. Alli ide nanna made illi iruvudu summane. My real house is in the spiritual world. Here, just for the time being, I'm here. So how much are we able to understand this? This is not the true place. And he says, this is not a place for gentlemen. This is for the thieves and the rogues. If we are sons of Krishna, why will he stay here? Because we are thieves, we are rogues, we are staying in this jail. The 8th chapter, we saw that. This is a jail. Why are we staying in this jail? Because we have committed the mistake. Clear? Because I want to be the boss. I want to be the Bhoktar. I don't want to take my real position as the servant of the Supreme Lord. Clear? Yes. This is not a home to me. It is not a safe place. One or the other day, I should and must leave. Said, let us do the preparation for living it. Clear? That is what Bhagavad Gita teaches to us. The real path. What should we otherwise prepare in our life to make our life perfection? Whatever you plan for this bodily comfort, it's all temporary. Clear? Yes. And now, Krishna is saying here, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Urdhva Madashakam Ashwattam Prahuravyayam Chandamsi Yasya Parnani Yastam Vedasa Vedavet. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said that there is an imperishable banyan tree that has its roots upward and its branches down, and whose leaves are the Vedic hymns. One who knows this tree is the knower of the Vedas. Do you think there's a tree like this? No. He's giving an imaginary example to understand this life. Our life is also something like this tree, which is head top and below, like in opposite direction. Clear? Do trees be in this way? No, roots always is in from the bottom. But there is a tree which is coming from the spiritual world. That is the reflection, actually. That is how this world is. That's why Shankaracharya says, Brahma Satyam, Jagan Mityam, it is false. And we take many lifetimes to understand that. It is actually the reflection. You can see this upside down. For example, you go near some water body. Now, here also in this picture, you can just cover the top portion of that tree. You can see this is truth, which what I can say, the reflection of the tree is completely truth. Till then, you don't understand above there is a tree. You just cover this picture, you can see that this is truth. It will be exact because it is a reflection. That is what is material world. Material world is a reflection of the spiritual world. So there are so many messengers, so many spiritual masters, that is the gurus, who come from the spiritual world and convey us. Hari Baba, please open your eyes. This is not the truth. But what are we doing? We are closing our eyes. Else a small story to understand this. Once there was a queen. So she was taking bath in the river. And after going to the kingdom, she saw that she had missed one diamond necklace. So she went and complained to the king, this, I have missed my diamond necklace. So the king said, okay, not a problem. I'll get you a new one. She said, no, that was the first gift that you have given to me. So I need the same diamond necklace. Then he just passed on this message to the whole kingdom that whoever gets back this diamond necklace, they'll be paid 10 times the amount of this golden diamond necklace. Just imagine, diamond necklace itself is precious, and getting amount 10 times more than that, the whole kingdom started searching in it. So one person, boy, what he was doing, he was just diving into this water. And one sadhu was sitting next to that below a tree, and he's seeing that this boy is just jumping into the water from morning. Has started. It is getting late afternoon. Even then, he's just jumping, jumping, jumping. Then the sadhu goes to this person. Yes, what are you doing? He said, there is some magic is happening here. You can see in that water. This is a 9 diamond necklace. I want to take it. So I just dive into it, and I'm not able to see there. It is invisible. Once again, I come out, I'm able to see that. I dive in, but I'm not getting it. Then the spiritual master says, oh, my dear fool, the diamond necklace is not inside the water, it is on the tree. Because that reflection of that diamond necklace is within the water or what you're able to see. Please climb this tree and you can take the diamond necklace. If he's really intelligent enough or he just obeys the order of that sadhu, what happens? He'll climb the tree and he'll take that diamond necklace. If he's a fool, he says, no, I'm clearly able to see that diamond necklace in the water. If I jump for another 4-5 times, I'll be able to get that. This is our story. This is our story. We are all searching for happiness. And sometimes a divine person, something like Srila Prabhupada, he comes, Hari Baba, why you are searching here as fools? The real happiness is in the spiritual world, which is above. As the sadhu shows in the tree, the spiritual world, it is in Vaikuntha. You just go. You have to go top, not down, he says. But what we are doing? We are jumping into this water. What is this jumping? Our life. Millions of life we are jumping like this. Millions of times we are jumping. Diving so that I need happiness in different bodies, 84 lakh species. In this body of birds, I'll be happy. As a tiger, I'll be happy. As a lion, I'll be happy. As a pig, I'll be happy. As a dog, I'll be happy. And this is so many lifetimes we are taking just to be happy. And many times the spiritual personalities, they come and guide us. Intelligent persons takes to that. If he's intelligent, yes, he'll obey orders, he'll obey instructions. He'll go climb the tree and very easily he'll take. In 1 or 2 lifetimes, it might happen to us also. But very easily we can take up, once we take up the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and offer to the Lord the prasadam, build a relationship with him, develop a wonderful, pure relationship. Very easily we'll be able to liberate from this material. It's very clear. But we are always attracted to this reflection. How to free ourselves from reflection? Correct destination. The correct destination will be known by this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. Clear? Yes. Detachment through attachment. Then start developing it. How is that? Detachment through attachment. Vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehna rasovajjam rasopasya param drishva nivartate. Try to taste the higher taste. What is that higher taste? Spiritual taste. Chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. It is Nama Ruchi. You'll get that Ruchi. Try to taste the Prasadam of the Lord. It's a divine Prasadam. You'll have the spiritual taste in it. Once your tongue is addicted for that spiritual taste, all the material taste becomes very insignificant. No need to give up. Automatically, you give up because you're tasting the higher one. Clear? Yes, detachment through attachment. Giving up lordship over material nature. You don't even belong to this. Is it? This is not your home. Stay in your hotel. What should you do? You shouldn't color your house. You shouldn't color your this thing or fix some cupboards and anything. Our life is not permanent here. So search for the permanent thing. What is eternal to you? Clear? Anything in the soul platform is eternal. In the bodily platform, it is temporary to us. Clear? And now Krishna is giving the options of spiritual world and material world. You can see here, the material world is of darkness. Without the help of sun, never illuminates. But you can see the spiritual world. It's always bright. It is always colorful. Bliss and joy. Nothing, no comparison. So even the eighth chapter also where Krishna says he just used a little bit of the spiritual world. And here he also is saying, and Brahma also says, Chintamani prakara sadmashu kalpa vriksha laksha vriteshu surabhira vipalayantam lakshmi sahasrashata sambrama sevyamanam govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. What is that? He's giving the description of this spiritual world. It's a place of Chintamani, touchstones. It's built with touchstones. And there are millions of Surabhi cows, which gives nectar, not milk, it gives nectar. And there are Kalpavriksha trees, wish-fulfilling trees. And there are millions of Lakshmi, who are always serving the Supreme Lord. You will be one among them. You also will be serving the Supreme Lord there. Such a blissful world it will be. And here Krishna is giving with some examples. Na tad basayate suryo na shashanko na pavakaha yad gatva na nivartante tad dhamma paramam mama. That supreme abode of mine is not illuminated by the sun or moon, nor by fire or electricity. Clear? Now you'll be thinking, oh, there is only darkness. No, that means there is no need of any other external help of the light, external light. It is self. Those who reach it never return to this material world. Who go to that spiritual world, they will never come back to this material world, which is a place of suffering. It's a place of misery. Why will they come? Isn't it? Only fools come. See, there can be different levels of fools. We shouldn't be such kind of an ignorant of fool. For example, there is a fire. Fire is burning. There are three disciples of a guru. First, spiritual master says to this disciple, see, my dear boy, this fire burns your finger if you keep into it. Please don't keep into that. If he's really a good person, an intelligent person who obeys his spiritual master, he will never keep his finger. He'll obey to him. The second disciple, he says, why, let me check. Why should I listen to my spiritual master? Let me also check this. He keeps his finger. What happens? He burns his finger. Then he will accept, my dear master, what you said is absolute. I'll accept all your instructions. The third person comes. Even he also keeps, it burns for him. He will say for the next day, see, yesterday it burned, but today I should check whether today it will burn or not. Once again, he will keep his finger. And he'll say, this finger burnt, let me check with the other finger, this may not burn. See, there can be different levels of fools. We shouldn't become such kind of complete ignorance. Yes, so many days we not had this knowledge, nothing we know. Okay, fine. But now by the Lord's grace, something we are getting it. But how much you are utilizing it? How much you are taking this to our life? We shouldn't be like third person always burning our finger. Think that this time I'll achieve this time it may not burn me. Always that is the nature of this material world, always it will burn you. Clear? Yes. So the last connection, our last connection with the Lord. Mamaivamsha jiva loke. Jiva bhuta sanatana. So we are fragmental parts of Krishna. We are separated from him and now we are stuck up in this material world. Mamaivamsha Jivaloka. What is that? Mamaivamsha Jivaloka. We are part and parcel of the Lord. We are Amsha of the Lord. You can see it. Mamaivamsha Jivaloki Jivabhuta Sanatana Mana Shastan Indriyani Prakritistani Harshati. So you can see this. So millions of living entities. We are stuck in this material world just to fulfill the desires of that reflection. It is not complete truth or complete happiness. Not complete, it is not at all happiness. Do you think you'll be happy by taking birth as some animals, something like that? Actually, taking so many forms is also a mercy of the Lord. Because you have different desires, Krishna is giving this opportunity. So you're stuck here. See, the living entities in this conditioned world or my eternal fragmental parts, due to conditioned life, they are struggling very hard with the six senses, which include the mind. So somewhere we have to plan to go back to the Lord, not here. Clear? Yes, we are all ignorant somehow. We are stuck here. So some messenger will come and tell us. So we should be ready to go back. I can say a small story connecting this of a son of a king. Once there was king and his ministers. They were going for hunting, and his younger son, somewhere around the age of 10, he said, "My dear father, I also wants to come with you." Okay, he also took the hunting. By his bad fortune, he was lost. He was lost in the forest, and he was roaming here and there. And they all searched, but they did not get. And king and minister all came back, and this went on for many years. And now the king is also getting old. Some of you is requesting his minister, please go and search for my son. I'm also getting old. Now there should be a next king. So as soon as you find him, I can make him the king. So once again, the minister comes, he starts searching in the forest everywhere. Then finally he was able to see him where he was under the shelter of some tribal people, some hunters he was there. And then finally this minister, he goes and gives respects to him and he says, you know, who are you? You're the son of the king. You give up everything now, you come along with me. You will be the next king because your father is also saying that he's getting old. He wants to make you the king. Now you come back. If he's an intelligent person, if he's able to understand this, he comes back. He'll lead a life of king. If he says, no, 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 my real this thing is in this tribal life only, I'll be here. What happens? He'll be living there eating that leaves and the roots or something, isn't it? Without clothes. So that is our life. So we get this message. And once we take the decision, yes, let me go back to Godhead. Rest all, Krishna will take. He will send these ministers, he will send some soldiers, he will send some army chief. Somebody will come, or he himself might come. He will take back us. Only thing, a small decision I should take that. Let me go back to Godhead. Clear? We are actually suffering here, and that suffering also we are not able to realize. That is our condition. We are searching for Krishna, but we are searching in the wrong place, in the material things. What are we searching? Krishna. What is that? Happiness. The form of happiness is Krishna. So everyone is searching for Krishna, but in ignorance they're searching somewhere else. Clear? Now Krishna is saying, Shariram yad avapnoti yacchapi utkramatishvaraha gretvaitani samyati vayor gandan Ivasayat. How this has been carried from one body to one body. Krishna is saying the living entities in the material world carries its different conceptions of life from one body to another, as the air carries aromas. Thus, it takes one kind of body and again quits it to take another. So this is based on our desires. So the desires we have just carried. So I hope you all know this. There's gross body and subtle body. The subtle body, the mind especially, the mind and subtle body stores all our desires. And for the next, to take the next body, it goes with the subtle body. And you will have a record of all the desires. Sometimes you can experience that also. You, nothing you have seen in your life, nothing you heard about it, but for the very first time you see that, you get attracted to it. Some relative eating thing or feeling thing or whatever it can be. Why is that? Because you had a desire in your previous life itself. Now seeing for the first time, you got attracted to it. Clear? Yes, this is how it takes all of, and Krishna is giving an example how the fragrance of a flower goes from one place to another place. See, you may not be able to see that flower, but you may be able to feel the smell. In that way, same way, the subtle body takes all our conscious, all our desires, all our nature, everything goes to the next body. And that next body can be of any body based on our desire. For example, you want to swim. Your next life will be a fish. You're very much eager to fly. Next life will be some bird life. And whatever you see you wanted to eat, your next life will be a pig. So you can eat even stool. No limitations to it. There's no stopping for you for eating. And you want to engage more in sex life. So next life will be a pigeon or a monkey, where without any limit it can uh, enjoy. So Krishna helps you actually to engage in that because to fulfill your desires. Clear? But ignorantly we get trapped into this material. That is what it said. Manashashtanindriyani prakritistani karshati. Manashashtanindriyani. So along with this mind, there are six senses which is makes you trapped in this material world. And this is how you get binded. Clear? Yes. Now, cycle of reincarnation. Shrotram chakshusvarshanam cha rasanam grahanam eva cha adhisthaya manaschayam vishayanupasevate. The living entity, thus taking another gross body, obtains a certain type of ear, eye, tongue, nose, and sense of touch, which are grouped about the mind. He thus enjoys a particular set of sense objects. Sense objects. So everyone cannot enjoy the same based on our senses. So Krishna is giving certain kind of ear, eyes, tongue, everything, so that you can enjoy there. See, a hog can enjoy stool, but as a human being, we cannot enjoy it. So Krishna has given certain senses for that. And some donkeys, goat, animal, whichever which is eating grass, it can enjoy the grass, but we cannot eat the grass and enjoy. A dog cannot eat the grass, isn't it? So it is having a particular type of senses so that which desire it had, it can enjoy that. Hope you are able to understand. And we become so ignorant after coming into that, we think that is truth, that is absolute. This not only to us, even devatas face the same. Sometimes you can see even the devatas, they fall down. So once there's a story where Indra, Indra was very puffed up being the king of the heaven. So he disrespected his spiritual master as someone he disrespected, and he was cursed that he should take the life of a pig in this earthly planet. He fell down. He fell down. He just took the birth of a pig. You could understand pig's life, how abominable it is, isn't it? Yes. And there was no place there in, sorry, there was no king in the heavenly planet to take certain decisions and everything. Then finally, Brahma saw this. He says, okay, let me take back this Indra. He comes to this earthly planet. He says, he was in the pig form. My dear Indra, somehow I'll take out the curse that you have been cursed. So you can come back and take your position of the king as heaven. And this person is saying in the form of pig, who are you? You want to take out from my this sense gratification? I'm so happily being here. See, my wife is here. My children are here. And every day I get fresh food. Every day I get my fresh food. I'm happy here. But we know how abominable life is that. And the position of Indra is just giving up. He's saying, I'm happy here. It is said in the scriptures just to explain what I can say, the throne of Indra. It takes so many verses. Such a wonderful throne it is. Just imagine a person sitting on it, how great he might be. And that position is saying he wants to be as a pig. We are also doing the same thing. Who are we? We're the child of the Supreme Lord. Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka. He is the creator. He is everything. We are son of him. But we are struggling for this material world, small, small things. Once you start, give up everything and take the shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, you will feel such a kind of bliss that this whole universe belongs to you. This is reality, actually. But we are so much ignorant that selfishly we think that, oh, this house is mine. This state is mine. This country is mine. No, this universe is mine, actually, because I'm son of the Lord and He is the proprietor of the universe. This universe also belongs to me because I'm His son. Once you take the position of the son of the Lord, so everything belongs to you, isn't it? So actually, rather you enjoy more in spirituality. And even Prabhupada explains that. So once there was a reporter and he asked to Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, what are you doing here? And what are you doing, our, what I can say, members of this country? You're making them less sadhus and they're losing their enjoyment, nothing they're enjoying. And you're saying they'll go back to Godhead. What it happens if there is no God? Because they're all atheist. There's no spiritual world. What will happen? Then Srila Prabhupada says, what are we going to miss? What are you going to miss? See, every day we are clean life. Every day we take bath. So we are so clean. You can just see everyone. So neat and clean we are. And every day we serve the Lord. We offer 4-5 times of boga to the Lord. Mornings, Bhal Bhog. So many, minimum 5 items. We are feasting. And afternoon it's Raj Bhog. Around 20 items. We are feasting. And after that, we are just dancing and singing. Who can dance? Who's in bliss? Who is in happiness? Isn't it? Everyone cannot dance. You can see our devotees, they're just dancing, doing the kirtan, everything. Rather, they're going to, on the streets also, they're dancing and doing kirtan, Nagasankirtan, all those things. Very happy. And after this, when there is a day when the death comes, we'll go back to Godhead. Okay, fine. You think there is no spiritual world. What are we going to lose? Still, we are happily enjoyed our life. But what would happen to you after your death? You realize that there is a spiritual world and you have missed it out. What would happen to you? Isn't it? Yes, spiritual life is always blissful. Always blissful. Only people who are away from it, they're not able to realize. Clear? It is more happier than the material life. Okay, now उत्क्रमन्तं सितं वापि भुञ्जानां वा गुणान्वितं विमूढानानुपश्यन्ति पश्यन्ति ज्ञानचक्षुषः. The foolish cannot understand how a living entity can quit his body, nor can they understand what sort of body he enjoys under the spell of the modes of nature. But one whose eyes are trained in knowledge can see all this. That is why we need Bhagavad Gita. By knowledge, you'll be able to see all this truth. Otherwise, we may not. You'll not be able to see this picture. The rat is running. It wants to escape. It wants to escape. What is happening? It is running more faster, so that I can escape. But it will never escape because it is running in the ring, which is just, it's a circle. It is keeps on coming to. We want to escape from this birth and death, cycle of birth and death. We cannot, because open your eyes and see the side. It is so easy for that rat to escape. He can jump to the side, any of the side, and escape. But it is not doing it. So our life shouldn't become like that, being ignorant in this material world. Run, 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 run. Keep on running, not seeing what for are we running here. Actually, this material world is such kind of an ignorance. It makes us in complete ignorance. And this material world, I can say a story for this. So many stories where it can give you a good message. So once there were two friends, they went to a movie. In that movie, what happened? That one person in that movie, he climbs the hill because there is a love failure or something. He climbs the hill and he just jumps from the hill. He breaks his legs. So before this scene is happening, this boy is climbing this hill, and one friend says to his other friend, "See, now he's going on the top of the hill and he's going to break his legs. You see." He says, the other friend says, "No, no, no, he's not going to break." Okay, bet, 100 rupees bet. Okay, fine. They had a bet, and that person fell down. He broke his head. Movie got over. They came out, and this person said, then he gave 100 rupees to him. Then the person who took 100 rupees, his friend, he said, "Sorry, my dear friend, I cheated you." Cheated? How? Because yesterday itself I saw this movie. I know that anyhow he'll climb the hill and he'll fall. He'll break his legs. But the other friend said, "You saw only yesterday, but I saw this movie yesterday also, day before yesterday also." And he was shocked to hear, "Is it? Then why did you bet for this 100 rupees?" I felt, see, without good knowledge, day before yesterday he fell. Yesterday also he fell from the hill. But today at least he will learn that he will break his legs, so he may not fall from the hill. So I had this bet. Understood? This is ignorance. We feel that in that life I missed out. This life I missed out. But in this life I'll succeed. In this life somehow or other I'll succeed. That is illusion to you. You may not come out of it. And never that is going to miss, because it's a movie, it's always running the same thing. This is misery. It's a world of misery. It's a place for miserable things, not for happiness. Clear? Happiness is only in spiritual world, in the service of the Supreme Lord. Clear? And the maintenance. See, Krishna is so compassionate towards us, how he maintains. Gama Vishya cha bhutani dharayamyaham pushnami chaushadhi sarva somo bhutva rasatmakaha. I enter into each planet, and by my energy they stay in orbit. You know, all the universes and all the planets within the universe are just floating. It is rotating, the sun, everything's happening. How is this happening? Because the Lord's energy enters each and every atom, then only it gets its strength. So only it can float in the space, it can rotate, it can do it perfectly. You can see the sunrise. You know, have you seen this Panchanga? I don't know this. So it will be given the sunrise time, 6 o'clock, 38 minutes, 32 minutes. How is that happening? Perfectly it works because Lord has entered it. That is His potency. Everything works. Not only that, for us, there's so many things. See, I become the moon and thereby supply the juice of life to all vegetables. We are eating something and we are living. We are getting that prana shakti. How are we living? It is the energy of the Lord. He fills the juice within these vegetables through the moon. You know, there is a lifestyle. This is how you have to live. Actually, moon helps us to get rejuvenated. It gives this prana shakti. Actually, for this, we have to sleep early. You know? When the moon is in the peak, we have to be in the deep sleep. Even the dead cells gets rejuvenated. That is the power of moon. It gives the prana shakti. Clear? See, we are going against the nature. That's we are suffering more. First point, it is suffering place. And beyond that also we are suffering. Clear? So you can see some yogis, they don't even eat for many months. Why? Because they have the greater consciousness or a greater level of knowledge. Where can they absorb this energy of this prana shakti from the moon and the sun directly? Can this plants? I hope in the school days you have learned about this sun, how it works on the plants, the leaves, and all those things. Clear? Yes, then there's a fruit coming, and that fruit strength has been filled by this moon, where the science doesn't know about this. Then, when you eat that fruit, you get that energy, that is prana shakti you get, and you are able to sustain, you are able to live here. And that is Krishna. Clear? But the great personalities, they're able to take directly from the moon and they live fasting for days together, months together, even sometimes years. They don't eat anything because they are in a higher level of consciousness. Clear? So Krishna is helping us in all the ways to make us to be happy because I have desired something. Now, with our intelligence, with our knowledge, if we desire, my dear Lord, I want to be your devotee, He will help us. He will help us according to that. Clear? And Krishna's creation is always complete. Om Purnamadam Purnam Purnat Purnam Mudachyate. Anything which emanates from the Lord is complete. You can see this, how it's working. You can see the ocean, the big ocean. So when there is sun evaporates the water, it just forms to a cloud, and the whole, what I can say, planet is been filled with water by the rain. And any excess of rain, what happens? Once again, it flows back to the ocean. How it is a cycle. It's a like circle. And forget about that. About breathing part, we will take. I am breathing. I'll take oxygen. Give out carbon dioxide. And what the plants do? Take carbon dioxide. Give oxygen to us. It's always complete. Krishna's creation is complete. Clear? Yes. In this way, many things Krishna is helping us. You can see in this verse, Aditya Gatam Tejo, splendor of sun, maintains the planet, supplies the juice of life to all vegetables. Fire of digestion, he in the stomach is as Jataragni. It is he, because he is giving the food. For example, he's feeling the prana shakti in that fruit. You eat that. What is happening? So the calcium, the proteins, everything he has taken out from that, and it is just absorbed in our body. That has been done by this Jataragni, fire of digestion. And this happens by external thing, help also, that is digest foodstuffs by outgoing and incoming air. Only for a human being who is alive can do this, not a dead person also. Only by breathing, the Jataragni works. So it digests everything and gives the energy for us. See how well Krishna has been created. Each and every minute things is to the perfection. This is how Krishna helps in each and every of our step. And this he does even to the non-devotees who doesn't take him, who doesn't show gratitude. But if you become a devotee, just imagine what cannot he do for us. Isn't it? Yes, only thing we have to realize it. That's it. Okay, now Krishna is saying, Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishtu matta smritir jnanam aponam shavedesha sarver aham eva vedyo vedanta krut vedavityeva chaham. Many times I'll be reciting this verse, isn't it? Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishtu. Krishna is in everyone's heart. Matta smritir jnanam aponam. He gives the intelligence, forgetfulness, and remembrance. Clear? This is how he helps all the living entities, thereby giving food. And here is helping the mind and the soul. And he says, Vedesha sarve ahammeva vedya. So he is the source of all the Vedas. Vedanta krit veda vityeva chaham. So it has been created by him and it has been provided by him. And the source of that Vedas is also Krishna. And the goal of the Vedas is also to achieve that Krishna. Clear? Sometimes it's difficult to understand. Yes, that is truth. So it is Vyasadeva who has written this, all the scriptures, all the Puranas, everything. Who's Vyasadeva? It's the Shakti-Avesh avatar of the Supreme Lord. Here, incarnation of literature, like all the writings. It is the Supreme Lord. And only he can understand it. Till then, you don't surrender unto him, you cannot understand the perfect understanding of it. Tattvataha, bhaktyamam abhijanati yavanyashmi tattvataha. As it is, you can understand only after becoming his devotee. So it's very, very clear. It's a divine kind of arrangements for us. Only thing we take up to it, you'll be able to understand. Clear? Yes. See, sometimes in the government officials also, you can see some rule or something happens. Only internal members, only are in the top levels will understand. Others, they will not reveal everything. We know this has happened to us. For example, when some new rule comes, before the rule is implemented, all the government officials will come to know that. So they'll do accordingly plan. For example, you take this Bangalore, an example I'll tell you. You know this international airport. So there was a conversation going on whether the international airport should come in Devanali or no. Something like that it was going on. Then the message came that there will be an international airport. All the politicians and many who are very much connected to them, near and dear, everyone came to know. They started taking the lands near there. It was very, very cheap. They started taking acres together, all those things. Now the airport came. Now it has just flourished again, and it has become 10 times, 100 times more than the value of their what they have purchased. Are you able to understand? In materially, they are getting benefited because they're connected to that person who is having getting the real message. Now just imagine we get connected to the Supreme Lord, you get that message of the absolute. How much difference? What about what to speak of this materialist? In the material, they're suffering like anything, but you'll be in bliss because you're getting the right message and the absolute message to you directly from the Krishna. Because you're taken the connection with the Lord. And that connection has been developed by offering to the Lord and chanting the holy names. Clear? So, maintainer of soul, you can see this. He maintains the soul by giving the scriptures. He gives there are 18 Puranas, there's two Itihasas, 108 Upanishads. So, Krishna is giving all this so we can take us back to Godhead. Read all these books so that you will come see this Srimad Bhagavatam. It is a set of 18, it's 12 cantos and 18 books. Once a person takes this, it is Krishna sitting in the house. One or the other day. And Prabhupada says, all my books are something like a time bomb. Whoever takes my book and keep in their house, one or the other day, it will definitely blast. They will become devotees. There's no doubt in it. Clear? Yes. Now, essence in 3 verses. Let us see this. What is ultimate thing, understanding of the Supreme Lord? Who are we? And who are the liberated souls? And who is the Supreme Lord? Dvavimau purushau loke kshara eva cha kshara sarvani bhutani kutastu kshara uchyate. There are two classes of beings, the fallible and the infallible, who have fallen here and who are not going to fall. Eternally, they are in the spiritual world. They are known as muktatmas. We are baddhatmas. We are conditioned souls fallen here in the material world. And they are liberated souls. They are not in this illusion. They are not trapped into this material world. Clear? Yes. So in the material world, every living entity is fallible, and in the spiritual world, every living entity is called infallible. Now the question arises, why are we fallen? Why have we fallen? Why they have not fallen? You can see in this picture. They are alone with Krishna. They give everything to Krishna, and finally they take from Krishna as prasadam. Their happiness is Krishna. But here below you can see this picture. He wants to eat everything. Selfish. Once we start selfish in our life, we are trapped into this material. Clear? That's it. Something happened here. Okay. So here you can see the selfish things. Till then you don't start selfless, we cannot understand the spirituality. In those days, many things to say, like even Grihastha ashram, the Grihasthas that the life we are leading, it's not Grihastha. We are all Grihamedis. You don't understand that. What is meaning of Grihamedis? It's only sense gratifiers. We want to enjoy it. But actually, Grihastha is a service, service to the Supreme Lord. The first child of the couples will be offered to the Lord. Will be offered to the Lord. And he will serve the nation, he will serve the Lord, he'll be as a service. And the second child belongs to, it is said in Manu Samhita. So a person who's having only one son is equivalent that he is without a child. Because the very first child is for the Lord's service. They were selfless. And now we are taking care of our children selfishly. Something they'll take care of us. Somehow or other, they'll be useful for me in my future. Definitely will not be. Because what the consciousness you're filling in, the same consciousness will be there with him. When he becomes elder, he'll be thinking, "Arey, they become old. What is the use for me? Why should I take care of them?" Then he'll throw his parents somewhere in some anath ashram or somewhere in old age somewhere. Because that is what we are feeding him. No? We are not teaching him the selflessness. Serve the nation, serve others, serve others. We are not saying them. Be selfish, be selfish. That is what we are teaching. The same thing applies to us. In those days, they were selfless. The whole nation was so selflessly serving. So there's so much of help in that. Somebody's in problem, there are hundreds come and help them. But today, who's coming? Somebody is dying on the road. There are so many people come with mobile taking cameras. They don't have any such kind of conscience to protect them or save them. See, this is how we are developing our consciousness. We are day by day falling trapped into this material world and degrading our consciousness. You see, this living entity is fallible, independently wants to enjoy always in material world. He wants to enjoy this, no selfless, only selfish things. But here, infallible. You can become infallible just changing your consciousness, making yourself selfless. Clear? Wants to always be with Krishna, never leave spiritual world. He wants to be with Krishna. You can see even Srila Prabhupada at the age of 70, he went to America to preach. Do you think there was any need of it? He can easily rest there. His legs will be paining, his body will be paining, so many things will be happening, after 70 years. But he struggled all those things because for the selfless service. He wanted to see that everyone gets Krishna. Everyone will be happy in their life. Clear? Okay. Now we saw about two living entities. But who is the Lord here? Lord. Uttamah purushastvananya paramatmeti udhavrtaha yo lokatrayam avishya vibharti avyaya ishvaraha. Beside these two, there is the greatest living personality, the Supreme Soul, the imperishable Lord Himself, who has entered the three worlds and is maintaining them. They said in Padma Purana also, Nityo Nityanam Chetanas Chetananam Eko Bahudati Kaman. So it is very clear that Nityo Nityanam Chetanas Chetananam. Among all the Nityas, among all the eternals, Lord is the Supreme. Among all the Chetanatmas, He is the absolute Chetanatma. And everyone's desires has been filled by that one person because He is the Father. That's it. Very clear. He is the Father. All the living entities are His children. Clear? So never ever you can become father in you. To your father, can you become a father? No, you cannot. The same way you cannot become equal to the Supreme Lord. He is known as Asama Dua. But some will say, He is a light, we are also light, go and merge together. Yes, that is a different understanding. We are going to the Brahmajyoti. It is not to the Supreme Lord, but to the effulgence of the Lord. That is lack of intelligence or lack of absolute knowledge. No one can become equal to the Lord. Even the liberated souls who are in the spiritual world, they cannot be equal to the Lord. Clear? Yasmachara atitoham aksharaadapi chottamaha atosmi loke vedecha prateta purushottamaha. Because I am transcendental beyond both the fallible and the infallible. So Lord is beyond this muktatma and baddhatma. The conditioned souls and liberated souls, He is beyond them. And because I am the greatest, I am celebrated both in the world, in the Vedas, as that supreme person. That's what all the scriptures say and everywhere. But see, sometimes now the material world has degraded so much, we don't know who is the God. We take everyone as God. They come. So materially, we are so much degraded. I'm not saying spiritual, even materially, we are not leading a good material life also. We don't know the purpose of living. In this way, we are degraded completely. Clear? Actually, Vedas, a person, human being means live the life with Vedas. Understand what is the instructions. A intelligent person, when he purchases some machinery, some mixie you can take, if he purchases, what he does very first, he will read the manual, how to use it. Then he starts using it, isn't it? But a lazy person, ignorant person, a foolish person, what he does, he starts using without reading that manual. What happens to that mixie? It gets burnt up, it'll somehow or the other thing gone. Clear? A real human being actually learns how to lead his life by the instructions of the Vedas, and the Vedas is Bhagavad Gita. It's very clear. Clear? Yes. So in this 15th chapter, we came to know many things: the home and hotel, and the spiritual world and the material world, and how Lord is protecting us, the body, mind, and soul, and how is He maintaining us. And finally, the three verses where we come to know Krishna is supreme. He'll never come among this liberated souls or conditioned souls. Clear? Yes. And what is for tomorrow? Tomorrow is the 16th chapter, another wonderful chapter where it shows us, are we really divine or demonic? I hope many know what we are, but still, Bhagavad Gita clarifies it, whether we are demons or divine. And finally, there is one question. In the very beginning, only I'll say with a story, but finally, Krishna reveals who is a demon, why he becomes a demon, so how to come out of it. The last, there is a message of it. Okay, tomorrow let us see all those things. Now there's a quiz link, so I request everyone to please do attend to this quiz, and now let us chant once Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Trinadapi sunichena tarorapi sahishnuna amanina manadina kirtanya sadahari. The qualities of chanting. Trinadapi sunichena. You should be very humble, very in humble state of mind, thinking himself lower than the straw in the street. A blade of grass. You can just as grass. What it does, when you're just stamping it, you just be very humble. It'll never revolt. Oh, why are you coming and stamping? So humble you should be. And tarorapi sahishnuna, something like a tree. You should be able to tolerate even the scorching hot or the wind or the rain or the cold, whatever. You should be able to tolerate. No tree comes and asks you help. Please let me give some shelter. Let me come to inside the house. It is very hot here. It is very cold. It will not say, isn't it? Yes, we should be tolerant like the tree. Then amani namana dena. You have to respect all the living entities and never expect any respect from anyone. All these qualities make us qualified to chant the holy names of the Lord. Kirtanya Sadahari. Then you can chant the holy names eternally. Now everybody will be thinking, I don't have any of these qualities, so what can I do now? So it is another way also. When you keep on chanting, automatically you accumulate all these qualities. Acquire all these qualities very easily just by chanting the holy names. It's only Kirtanya Sadahari. Always chanting the holy names of the Lord. Yeah. This is our Lakshmi Narasimhadev, Suranatha Giridhara, and ISKCON HPR. Now, if you have any questions, you can just raise your hands. Meanwhile, any announcements also we'll hear from Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Yes. Yes, Prabhu.
No announcement, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Okay, let us see some questions. If anyone have any questions, you can raise your hand.
Prince Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu. I'm asking if anyone have any questions, they can raise their hands. Prince Singh Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. You can unmute yourself.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Can you turn on your video? Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Before getting into this Q&A session, I wanted to reveal